So, a quick word of explanation. What we're going to be doing here is a rapid-fire series of demonstrations. Each one will be no more than 3 minutes. If anybody attempts to go over 3 minutes, we will ruthlessly cut you down and stop you, and that will probably be a fail. The demonstrations will be on anything which is entertaining and technical and educational and exciting. We have 5 prizes today. These prizes are, number 1, the audience vote, and you will all get a chance to vote. And I think, yeah, there is a telephone number on there. Voting will be by SMS, so when we come to the votes, get ready. And just like the Eurovision Song Contest, the votes won't count until we open the voting system. And just be aware that we do have reasonably sophisticated anti-fraud mechanisms in place for this one. So if somebody who has access to, has the ability to send huge volumes of SMSs has a go, it'll be a good test for our anti-fraud system, won't it? So we probably expect somebody to have a go with that. That'll be quite amusing. So the other prizes we have are the Swan Prize. The Swan Prize is specifically aimed at a demonstration which doesn't look dangerous at all. It just looks effortless, like a swan gliding across the top of a lake. But underneath, there's normally quite a lot of action going on. So this was a sort of prize that's put in specifically for people like Anthony Minnesala, who just does the most brilliant technical demonstrations, but never looks dangerous or stressed or anything like that. We then have the much contested Crash and Burn Prize. This is for the most spectacular failure, and quite often we have pretty good crash and burns, so that's quite usually heavily contested. And then we have the overall most amusing prize, which is probably the top prize to get. And then in addition to that, prize number 5 will be an extra prize presented by the Free Switch team for the best use of Free Switch, because we are at ClueCon. So just so you're aware, what people are competing for are these laser-etched lead crystal trophies, which weigh half a ton and much sought after. So we have 4 of those. Okay, we're going to be doing left and right. The first person to kick off is going to be Giovanni. Have you got a microphone? There we go. And second up will be Alvaro. So would you want to go up and start getting set up on podium number 2? Note we only have 1 minute for changeovers, so we have to be pretty slick on this. So anything else we need to know? Giovanni, are you ready? Okay, in which case, Rob, would you like to start the clock? You have 3 minutes, Giovanni, starting from now.
Okay, so you see that link. You have to respect the case, so big case and small case, I believe, I'm not sure, but try to respect it. And you arrive to a page like that. You input your name or whatever you want, and then you click Call Now. And hopefully, okay, I'm inside, and there is already someone inside. And we can show the controls. So here I see myself, and I have the controls that I don't see with the glasses. And now I refresh the list of the people that is connected, and let's choose our, hey, but so that there is someone else that is using the controls. Who is that is changing the, who has the floor? So, okay, that you are doing the the presentation and the dangerous demo. So what can I do? I just can switch to full screen, and then let's share the screen. Another, okay, and someone can please refresh the list and find my screen share and put it on the screen, please. Hey, come on, all are you doing?
They don't want to admit that they're in control.
This is good for crash and burn.
No, I think you have to crash a bit better than that to get crash and burn, Giovanni. It looks pretty good to me. 30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, but I can't do that. But I can do another thing in the while that I have some time. I can show you with the
10 seconds.
yes, and this is with the MCU. You see that I have the caption on the back, and I can change my layout.
And time's up.
And okay.
And that, Giovanni, I think was not a crash and burn. That was a success.
Thank you.
Thank you, Giovanni. Right, next up on the left-hand side will be the bandwidth team. Bandwidth team, the whole army of bandwidth people. You are here somewhere?
Hello.
Yeah, you're going to be over on this side. So do you want to come across and start getting set up whilst Alvaro is performing?
Yep.
Okay, Alvaro is going to be showing us something entitled Max, the Alexa-powered emergency assistant.
Right.
Okay, and are you ready to rock
I'm
and
ready.
roll? Okay.
I'm going to try to be really fast.
Okay, whoa. Are we ready, timer? You're on, go.
So my name is Alvaro. I'm an Illinois Institute of Technology student. I came with my professor, Carol Davids. And I'm presenting this emergency assistant with Alexa. To be really, really brief, this is Alexa, the Amazon Echo, which I have it here. And I developed a skill to having this smart emergency assistant. I will want to show you all the functionality, but I don't have time, so I'm going to be really quick to the demo. All right, sorry for that. I expected more time. So, all right. All right, Alexa, open Max.
Welcome to Max, your emergency assistant. You need to set your information up. Say set up to set up your information.
Set up.
Okay, say your name.
Alvaro.
Okay, Alvaro. Now, say find my address if you want me to find out your address from your Amazon account.
Find my address.
Your address is 323 East Wacker Drive, Conference Room, Chicago, U.S., postal code 60601. Now, would you like to set up, delete your information, or make a call?
Make a call.
I just made the call.
So, that's on mine. Come on. Okay, so.
This is an automated call to report an emergency. This device belongs to Alvaro, and this person lives in 323 East Walker Drive, Conference Room, No, Chicago, U.S., postal code 60601. Please send immediately an emergency unit. The life of this person might be in danger. Hello, this is an automated call to report an emergency.
It's repeating the same message, and if it goes well, I should receive also an SMS message. So, I'm going to do a really quick extra demo, to say kind of goodbye to everyone.
30 seconds.
I'm going to send a broadcast SMS to everyone, to some randomly numbers, to show this broadcasting functionality for the emergency assistant in case you are in trouble. So where is it?
Time's up.
Okay, so some of you have received a text message. Just check your phone.
Okay.
Hands up.
Alvaro, that was pretty good.
Sorry.
Good effort. Okay, next on the right-hand side after Alvaro will be the 2600 Hertz team. Where are you? The Kazoo team. Okay, do you want to start moving your way across there and getting set up? Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we have the wonderful bandwidth team who are going to, what was it say? Never mind the quality, feel the bandwidth. Who wrote that? Yeah, clearly it wasn't. But anyway, are you ready to rock and roll? No, it isn't.
There we go. Now it should be on.
Okay,
Cool.
Are you ready?
You ready, Sri?
Are we ready?
We're good to go.
Okay, bandwidth team, you have 3 minutes starting from now.
All right, so there is a tsunami coming. That's the situation. Fortunately, we are on high ground right now. So if you can call a number that's going to be displayed right there, and just call into that number, and there's a 1% chance that you will receive a text immediately after that. If you receive the text and make it all the way up here to higher ground, you will be safe from the tsunami, and you will receive a $15 Starbucks gift card. So yeah, call it now. So the way that this is working is we have a number pointed at a free switch. When the free switch answers it, there is a 1% chance that it will use the bandwidth application platform to send an SMS to the number that called it. And then it'll be a warning about a tsunami. So yeah, be calling. I'm just talking to kill time right now. So waiting on somebody to make it up here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, keep calling as many times as you want. I mean, yeah, cheating is encouraged.
Well, at the moment, it's not working for me.
Well, yeah, there's only a 1% chance that you'll get the text. Shri, you hid the number. Shri, you got to show the number. You've hidden the number.
We have to guess the number now?
There you go. That's the number.
Does it ever answer? Because I've not,
Yeah, it should answer and then immediately hang up.
I've not had it do that at all.
Oh, well.
We're all going to die.
Well, that's the dangerous thing about doing a demo in a basement, which requires you to...
My calling works.
yeah, Wi-Fi calling.
I've got Wi-Fi calling.
I'm doing this over Google Hangouts.
Oh, again? Oh, sorry.
What? Oh, he did.
Wow.
Nice. So yeah, if you switch over to the next slide. Yeah, so this is the dial plan that was doing that. If you're interested, the URL that we were hitting is visible there. So yeah, so what does the text say that you got?
Oh, this is a tsunami warning. Expected tsunami of 1 foot high waves. Take cover.
So yeah, we thankfully this is a very short tsunami, and on this very short stage we are safe. So. Yeah, I mean, I think we're done early, so.
Yeah, well done. At least somebody was saved there. And I like the audience participation. That's good. Right. Next on the left-hand side will be Mr. David Duffett. Is David Duffett in the house? Is there a David Duffett? We don't have a David Duffett. Therefore, we're going on to the next on the batting order. Mark Crane. Have we got Mark Crane? Mark Crane, are you in the house? This is not looking good, is it? So next one down on the list after Mark Crane is David. David Bender, are you? Yes, there you are. Hurrah, we have a David. Always can rely on David. So if you get yourself set up, and meanwhile on the right-hand side, 2600 team, are you ready to roll?
I'm ready when you guys are. Okay,
in which case?
All right.
Go.
My name is Patrick Sullivan. I'm with 2600 Hertz. I'll go really quickly. We're going to show you real-time eventing via your mobile. And so long story short, we built an integration with Sprint/T-Mobile into our switch. So when you make a call, it goes to Sprint, and then they do a SIP handoff into our switch, and everything goes in and out. Why is this important? Great question. It's very, very easy to now set up a new cell phone device, and I'm going to try to activate one real quickly. You type in the ESN number, validate it. Goes through it, it checks, is it validated? Yes, great. Skip to activation, since we only have 3 minutes. Once you get the activation, 94107, name the device. It's called Dangerous Demo. Just put in the serial number, and then you can enable anything you want. You click activate the device. Hold your applause yet, 1 second. Activating. Something's happening. So this is the magic of the Dangerous Demo. Yay! Okay, so now that's cool, but what's cooler is let's take the device, and without having an app on the device, I can actually do all call control via just the dialer. So to log in, I'm going to type in LOGIN, hit the call button, and the real dangerous demo is in a basement when there's no cellular device or a cellular. Oh, as you can see, it logged in. Now if I click on, if you look over here, it says ready. I can use my dial pad, type in ready, R-E-A-D-Y. Wait for it. Yeah, let's try that again. R-E-A-D-Y. You gotta have to learn how to spell before you can do this. And it's trying to log in, and as you can see, it is now ready. So if you look down in my call queue, click on demo, I am now ready to take phone calls. So my lovely assistant will call into that call queue, and it's calling, and it's ringing my cell phone and my soft phone. I'm gonna pick up on my soft phone. Isabel, are you there? Can you hear it from your computer? Sweet. Now if you go over here, whoops, go to Rotten Tomatoes. Hold on, this is the fun part. 30 seconds, it's getting exciting. Wait for it. Switch over. Should have done the browser history. Operator Console Pro. I'm going to move the call that is over here onto the cell phone. So if I type in M-O-V-E, the call right now is on my soft phone. I click this button. Again, no added app, anything. I literally just move the call over from this piece over to my mobile device, and it's all real-time eventing. And you can see Isabel right now is talking to myself right here on my mobile. So anyways, everything is real-time. Oh, I'm sorry about that. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen.
That was pretty amazing.
I don't know how to turn this off.
Particularly as we have next to no mobile coverage down in the basement. That was a very brave, or very silly thing to do, but you appear to have got away with it. So luck is definitely on your side. So next on the right-hand side, getting set up, is our very own Fred Mutiza. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we're going to have David Bender, who is going to do a little demo, which is titled Pissing Off Scammers. So David, never one to shy away from doing risky things. So are we ready? Are you ready, David?
I hope so.
We hope so too. David, you have 3 minutes, starting from now.
Everybody here from the U.S. definitely knows we get the phone calls, the robocalls from the people calling from the IRS, and they're trying to get information out of us, and that was bothering me. And anybody that works in my office knows that if a scammer ever calls me, everything in the office stops, no matter what they're trying to do, and we sit and mess with them and see how long we keep them on the phone and how we can frustrate them. And then only when we're done and we leave go of them do we go back to work. So, but a year ago I decided that I had enough of them bothering me, so I built a script that will go ahead and call them over and over and just insult them and bother them. So I built two basic sound files that just tells them that they should, well, drop dead. But I wrote it nicer, saying basically, I hope you curse me out, I hope you yell at me so I can win dangerous demos. So when on Twitter, got one number over here, we're going to add it to my script. What the script basically does is it randomizes caller ID, and then it also picks, so if I have multiple scammers that I'm trying to target, it will go ahead and randomly call them. So if one of them sees my number or sees where the calls are coming from, they decide they don't want to take it anymore, at least hopefully we'll get one of the other scammers. So actually I have a few numbers. I poked around on social media asking people to give me some good numbers. And I verified that there are actually scammers picking up on these calls. So let's see if we can get this done. And the object of the game here is if we could, I set up Asterisk to only record the leg of the scammer. So a win for me would be if we have somebody just yelling a bunch of expletives and getting pissed off. And I have actually in the past bothered these guys to the point where you call the number for 10, 15 minutes and you're disrupting their work, and then 10 minutes later you see the phone number stops working. So let's hopefully these numbers are still working, because if not, that's going to be, at least I'll get the crash and burn prize. So you see it's randomizing caller ID. It's going to wait a couple of seconds. It's going to start calling. Hopefully the ISP is going to take the calls. The carrier, yep, looks like the carriers are taking it. It looks like it's actually playing a random sound message. We're going to wait and see if we can have a couple of, yep, it looks like it's recording, so we're definitely speaking to somebody. How much time do I have?
About a minute.
All right, so, yeah, calls are completing, so I'm definitely pissing somebody off. That is the goal of the demo. Give another, oh, you see congestion, yeah, I'm maxing out my channels on this trunk, so we'll stop that. I'll wait for those to complete. Now, let's go ahead and if we could find the audio where they would probably be cursing me out. Yeah, let's see if this is it. This is the out, I believe, is what I'm looking for. Oh, I got the right call.
Hello, dear scammer. I hope that this call will waste your time and
Yeah, so that's the part where I'm playing to the scammer. I'm starting up with them. But let's see if we can get the audio of the scammers yelling at me. Because that's going to be the fun part if we can get them cursing me out.
Thank you for calling internal.
So they're listening to the audio. It's not playing both sides. I did it purposely so we could get them cursing, so that's why you hear nothing.
Keep going for another 30 seconds, because I want to hear this.
But apparently they're just listening to the message and they're not yelling at me. But I wasted their time. Let's grab another one really quickly. Damn, I want to hear him really pissed off scammer.
General Revenue Service, how may I help?
Oh, come on, yell.
They're being very restrained, aren't they? No, they're not going to play. But you know what, David? That was a pretty good effort. I'm hugely impressed by that.
So, yes, we didn't get to hear anybody cursing, but I definitely pissed some people off. So whether I won or I didn't, I still accomplished my goal.
Indeed. Well, the lesson there is don't piss off David, otherwise you'll get lots of junky phone calls. So next on the left-hand side, Seven Do. Are you ready, Seven? Do you want to come up and start getting ready? And meanwhile, over on the right-hand side, we have Fred. Now, Fred is going to demonstrate some ultra-low-cost PBX kit powered by FreeSwitch. It's a bit like CUDA-Tel, but unlike CUDA-Tel, which cost a number of thousands of dollars, Fred's alternative, the African version, doesn't cost thousands of dollars. Over to you, Fred. Are we ready with the timer? All yours, Fred.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fred Mutesa from the FreeSwitch team. My demo is basically very simple. I've installed FreeSwitch on top of this MikroTik right here. And I have an OBI 2162 phone connected to it. And then the demo here is to show you how you can have a simple, cost-effective PBX in a simple office. So I'll register my phone through the Wi-Fi of the MikroTik. It will register to the free switch, install the MikroTik, and then I can make a call to that phone. Hopefully it goes through.
Yeah, what client are you using on your phone, just out of interest?
I'm using Zoiper.
Oh.
So there is a call. The phone is ringing. Maybe just if you want, you can answer the call. Hello?
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, I can hear, though the voice is not going through. That's all I had to demo. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, we've got a couple of seconds left, Fred. Just tell us how much does a MikroTik router cost?
The MikroTik router is less than $100, and that's all you need. It can be your firewall, your gateway. You can do all your firewall rules there. All the stuff. You can filter traffic. You can do quality of service on top of this thing. You can do routing, BGP, OSFP, on this thing. So with all that functionality, I think you're good to go.
And how many concurrent calls can you handle?
You can have 12 concurrent calls on this on top of this MikroTik.
Okay, all for less than $100.
Exactly.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Fred. Okay, where are we? Do we have, let's go back to the ones that were missing. Do we have either David Duffett or Mark J. Crane in the house? No. Has David Duffett done a runner? I don't believe it. And where is Mark?
It's on. Hello?
Mark Crane, yeah. Failing that, Anthony Minnesala. Anthony, are you in the house? Anthony, where's Anthony with a dangerous demo? We're missing 3 people. And to have 3 no-shows at a ClueCon is absolutely unbelievable. So
well, we'll go fetch Anthony. He'll be here.
He'll be here shortly. Brilliant. Okay. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we have Seven, who, I don't know whether you remember, a couple of years ago, Seven did a reasonably dangerous demo in which he managed to burn a hole in the carpet with a piece of hardware. Yes? Oh, Mark is coming. Okay. Well, we'll get him set up straight away. So I don't know. I've got no idea what you're going to be showing us today, Seven, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty hot. So are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, in which case, Seven, you have 3 minutes.
Okay.
Starting from now.
Okay. Today my demo will be about Chroma Key, and it's a feature I made in FreeSwitch about 2 years ago. I never showed that because it's too dangerous. So if anyone gets scared, close your eyes. Okay, so Chroma Key is a technology to remove the background from you, and then you can pretend that you can be anywhere. But because the background is not pure, so it's not very good. I can adjust it to say like 20. Like 10. Okay, so that's it. But everyone wants to see fire, right?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, it's not here.
Seven, is this a crash and burn?
Movie, it's a...
Is this a deliberate attempt to go for the crash and burn prize?
Fire is coming.
With the emphasis on the burn.
The fire doesn't... Okay, let me stop it. I have time, right?
Yeah, you do have time, yeah. So this could be a crash
Fire.
without the burn.
Where's the fire? Right? Hold a second. Video. Fire, right? Oh, not a movie, it's a video. Hey!
I think you did that deliberately, didn't you? Just to,
okay, I
just
gonna
to
stop.
add to the tension.
But you know, the background is not ideal, so I make a new background. It's ideal background is a green. So I'll try something like green. I want to remove a green color, so it's like 50. And I want to change that to a picture. No, no, thank you. Like.
30 seconds.
Okay. So.
What?
Oh. Sorry. What's that?
What?
Don't scare me. Hey, don't you want to be with this? Oh,
There
you're
is
the
somebody
crow.
pretty scary hiding behind there, I think. Thank goodness you can't show it clearly, because you don't want to scare people.
It's not the right crow.
Well, I think, Seven, I think we've had enough of that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was impressive. We had a crash and a burn and a scare as well. That's pretty good. How close are you, Mark? Are you? Oh. Okay. Would it help you if we put Tony on first whilst you're getting set up? Okay. In which case, Tony, to the stage.
Also, James Bodie, we have found David Duffett.
Oh, excellent.
He has been located.
Oh.
My web sockets don't match.
Yeah.
I can't participate, I'm afraid.
You can't, so.
No, I feel very
Okay. Where's the hand mic gone? Is it on the podium? Oh, there's one over there.
I've just been fiddling up in my hotel in the last hour.
Okay.
Hello. Okay, so
you can go up.
All right, so since I'm working on SignalWire now, and I'm trying to, usher a new era of simplicity, I'm going to try and be as use the least resources I can to interface here, so that I can kind of prove what my vision is really about doing so. This is kind of like a tribute to also one of my favorite authors. Do any of you guys like Douglas Adams?
Yes.
Okay, so when I was in high school, I discovered, for the first time, the Infocom Hitchhiker's Guide text game. Has anybody ever played that before? It's probably something you should go look up. You can play it, and they have it embedded in web pages now. And you can play. It used to be it was used as Z machine technology, which was the game was. It was virtualization in the 80s. So the interaction was 100% text. So you would type everything, and then it would sort of guide you through the game as you went. And you'd have to use your imagination, and there's all kinds of puzzles. And being Douglas Adams, he's really trying to mess with you in the game. There's dead ends that you could play forever and never win. You finally have to realize it and start over, and all kinds of stuff like that. So I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. And I figured that, to test out some of the technology we're trying to build, that I would exercise my skills and build out a way to talk over the phone with this game. So, and as to demonstrate simplicity, I just want to use just my ordinary cell phone to call it on a DID, rather than messing around with any internet or anything like that. So I'm going to do that and just hold the mic up to the phone. And of course, we all know that voice recognition is not amazing in these days, but it's getting a lot better, and we're using some of Google's technology, so let's try.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Infocom Interactive Fiction, a science fiction story. You wake up, the room is spinning very gently round your head. Or at least it would be if you could see it, which you can't. It is pitch black.
Here, why don't I put it on speaker? It was easier. Get up.
Get up. Very difficult, but you manage it. The room is still spinning. It nips and sways a little.
Turn on the lights.
Turn on the light. Good start to the day. Pity it's going to be the worst one of your life. The light is now on. Bedroom. The bedroom is a mess. It is a small bedroom with a faded carpet and old wallpaper. There is a wash basin, a chair with a tatty dressing gown slung over it, and a window with the curtains drawn. Near the exit leading south is a phone. There is a flathead screwdriver here. There is a toothbrush here.
Take the dressing.
Get the dressing. Luckily, this is large enough for you to get hold of. You notice something in the pocket.
Put it on.
Put it on. You are now wearing your gown.
Look in the pocket.
Son of pocket. I don't know the word son.
Look in the pocket.
Lied in the pocket. I don't know the word lied.
Oh. Look in the pocket.
Look in the packet. You can't see any packet.
Tony, I'm sure everybody wants to find out what's in the pocket, but you've timed out. So,
okay. Yeah, I basically just figured I'd go as far as I could. There was no actual end. This game takes about probably like 8 hours to play. So it's available on a DID that we could call and play it later if you'd like. So
yeah,
you can
I'm sure
save your game and everything from
perhaps we'd make the DID available later, and lots of people can try it out.
Yep.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Mark, are you ready, or do you want a little bit more time? Okay, in which case, David, go take the stage. It's on the podium. So David was going to be demonstrating something with Raspberry Pis, but quite unusually for David, he has been defeated. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so this doesn't even get to the crash and burn stage. This gets to the couldn't get it working in his hotel room stage. What I've got is a Raspberry Pi, and I'd got Asterisk 15, just a regular release of Asterisk 15 on there. And I was trying to set up the SFU and bring it down here with a wireless access point to see how many endpoints we could get into a video conference before it melted. That was the idea. And sadly, I didn't even get my WebSockets matched up. I couldn't actually get a client on it. My limited technical understanding. So this will have to live to fight another day, maybe at Astricon. And it does prompt me to tell a small story. Last time I tried a dangerous demo, it didn't work either. And Tony came to try and help me. Do you remember that? At Astricon. Great days. The Free Switch people and the Asterisk people working together. And maybe we'll do that again at Astricon. So I apologise, James. I would have liked to have something to show.
It's the first time in living history that you've actually not succeeded.
It is true that 2 or 3 years ago I did win a prize, didn't I?
You
Dangerous
did indeed.
demos here at Free Switch.
Yes, indeed.
ClueCon, I should say. Yes. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and that makes you, Mark, the last runner. And this one looks particularly dangerous. I particularly like the large amounts of bubble wrap you have around your feet, because that suggests that that something's going to be bouncing around, or something's going to be thrown later on. Yeah. So how much time do you need to get it set up? Okay, so I'll fill for a little bit longer. I'll fill for an extra 15 seconds. For those of you who don't know Mark, he is the principal author of the wondrous Fusion PBX. In fact, when we... Yay! So when we're talking about dangerous demos, with a name like Fusion PBX, I immediately thought that we were going to be having some kind of atomic-powered demonstration. But, well, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, and a dangerous demo that glows in the dark. How are we doing on the timeline, actually? Are we... I think... We are slightly behind time, so we're going to have to pressure you a little bit. If you can't get it working in the next 30 seconds, it could be a crash and burn.
It's more of a nail biter than my one, though, isn't it?
Yeah. If you can't get it to work, you can just talk us through what should be happening.
Thank you. All right. I haven't seen anybody throw a system around the room before.
Oh.
So we're trying to, so what we have is Fusion PBX installed on this Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi 0. And we're a Raspberry Pi 0W. Throw it around the room and try and use it while you guys are passing it around the room. We came up with this idea about a half an hour ago. So it will be sort of slightly dangerous. It may not work.
You've got all the right phrases here. Dangerous, may not work.
Throwing around.
Throwing, yeah, definitely.
Throwing. All right, a little bit more.
Whilst that's going on,
more. I gotta
something
get more.
I didn't explain. We had one demo which I was particularly looking forward to, had to drop out, and this was our good friend Moshe, who was here yesterday. But Moshe is now not here, not in the building. In fact, he's about 220 miles away in a forest, in a tent, with a very large box of fireworks. And Moshe's demonstration was going to be entitled Dial 1 to Detonate. But unfortunately, Moshe has managed to maneuver himself into a mobile not spot where he has no cellular coverage and therefore can't relay a video signal of the explosion going off back to us. So unfortunately, that's not going to work for this year. But if he had have been successful, that would have been the first time we've actually blown something up, physically exploded at something on a dangerous demo. And because he's ever mindful of health and safety, he did agree to do it 220 miles away. So, are we ready now, Mark?
We are ready.
Right, in which case, your 3 minutes starts now.
All right. You're going to throw it out to the audience.
All right, we're going to have some packet launch here.
Oh, yes, thank you. US, I don't have that. I don't have that.
That's good audience participation, isn't it?
Oh, there's my...
As it goes flying out of the door at the back.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, and what's the password again? Oh, yes. All right, it still works.
It's still working. Yeah.
Yep. Does this go on until it breaks? All the batteries until.
Okay, we're going to set up an extension on it and then register an extension on the iPad here. Hopefully.
Well held.
It's a 0. It's not very fast, so.
It's turned into volleyball.
Yeah, volley PBX.
When it comes to cage fighting.
Yeah, the movements are becoming ever more violent.
It's still going.
Okay, then.
So what you're demonstrating now is the QR code registration, is it?
Yeah, we're provisioning the Grand Stream Wave.
It's one of the cleverer components of the Fusion PBX system. Really very clever.
Actually, I begged different phone manufacturers to add this QR code provisioning about 5 years ago. I mean, send out an email begging a whole bunch of them to do it, but all right, let's see if it registers.
Yeah. Well, you're out of time, but we're just going to give you a little bit of extra time because because I just want to see this working because this is just unbelievably funny.
Okay, and protocol, all right, TCP. Oop. And
yeah, this is just not the sort of thing you could ever do with a proprietary PBX system, is it, really?
I did try kicking a my toe once.
well, it's still there.
You know, somehow I imagine this never happened in an Avaya conference.
Yeah, they are. They are, yeah.
Yeah, this is good. It's got all the elements of complete dangerous demo. Audience participation. Yeah, no fire, but it's got potential kinetic damage. So, how close are you, Mark? Because we are running a little bit late now.
Oh, Raspberry. Okay.
There's a man at the back that would like it. Soon. There you go.
Oh no! Yeah, oh no!
I'm not getting in there. Oh, so let's see. Let's check registrations.
Yeah, that would make a very interesting insurance claim, wouldn't it? Damaged by somebody throwing a PBX at you.
I'm trying. Yeah. Let's scan the same. Even if we could just get one call.
I think we might have just invented a new sport. Volley PBX. Have we broken it, Mark?
We might have broken it.
Oh dear. Anyway.
Oh no, it came up.
Oh, it's back again.
It's still going. Oh dear. I'm getting. Yeah.
Anyway, I'll tell you what, Mark. You can continue on, but we're going to have to move on to the voting stage. But we'll keep the thing flying around a bit, and but I am conscious that we have to get onto the voting stage, otherwise we're going to totally time out. So
maybe
this is where we go on to the first bit of the first prize bit, which is the audience vote. So Michael and John. No, don't, they're just setting it alight. Can we bring in Mr. Andy Smith, which in itself is a dangerous demo. I have to say that Andy Smith, who always does the voting part, normally would be with us. Today he can't, and so Michael Graves at the back here has arranged his own private dangerous demo, which is to bring in Andy Smith remotely from the UK to talk to you and tell you about how the voting system works. And there he is on the screen. Andy, can you hear us? I'm not sure. Yay! Yes, we can. Okay, in about 45 seconds, tell us about the voting system.
Right, okay, well, seen already that we've had 5 votes for bandwidth already, but I'm sorry those people who have voted, they're just gone. So we now start with a blank canvas. Please go ahead, text just the number of the person you wish to vote for to the number in front of you.
There's a problem there because I don't see 7 do in there.
Well, it should be there.
Well, 7.
If you care to refresh, it should be there.
Oh, there he is. 7 today is 9. Yeah, that makes sense. So you would expect 7 to be 7, but he's actually 9. But that's okay.
Well, that's where you put him. So that's where he is. Sorry about that, 7.
Okay, so all you have to do is to send an SMS to that number there, +1 312 392 0671. I'll say that once again. +1 for United States. 312 392 0671. And then send a message with the number of the person you want to win. This is a bit like the Eurovision Song Contest, but better. So can you see the votes coming in, Andy?
I can see the votes coming in. I can see something that looks like a little bit of a hack as well.
Oh, good.
Which is most unusual, of course.
One would not expect that at all from a ClueCon audience, would one? But anyway, can we switch somehow to the results?
Yeah, I'm going to leave you, and Michael's going to put the results up in my place. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the conference, people. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Andy. Whee. Now, hopefully, in a moment, with a bit of magic, Michael at the back will give us some scores on the doors. And Michael is running. It's not often you see Michael Graves running. This is quite unusual. Unprecedented, I would think. Okay, on a good day, Michael will be just about to show you two results matrices. One showing the real kosher votes, if I can use that word. Yeah, I can use kosher, can't I? And the other one showing the attempted hacky votes. So who is that? And who's number 3? That wouldn't happen to be Bandwidth, who, as an aggregator, are capable of sending lots of bulk SMS by any chance, would it? But I think that looks rather disappointingly like a massive win for Bandwidth, with a mere 50 votes. Yeah, funny that, isn't it? But anyway, so as kind of head judge, I deem the winner of the audience vote to be Bandwidth. Well done. So if somebody from Bandwidth would like to sprint down the front very, very quickly. Can I squeeze out, David? And receive. Someone, come on, Bandwidth, don't hang back. Well, there you are. So here we are. Congratulations. This is your 3D engraved leg crystal. Look over there at the camera and smile. There we go. There we go. Well done. Very imaginative use of bulk SMS. Yeah. Who would have thought it? Oops. And can we have a handheld mic? Because we're now going to go over to Rob Pickering. I didn't introduce the 2 judges down here, did I? So we've got 2 judges, totally impartial, Mr. Rob Pickering and Michael von der... Yes, that as well. Yeah, Michael to his friends. How do you turn this on? There we go. So Rob is going to say a few words about the next category, which is... Oh, they're still huddling. Come on. We're over time. You say you've got about 10 seconds. Just pick one. Pick one. I'm not doing karaoke. Don't say anything. Not even for 5 raffle tickets will you get me doing karaoke. Now, 20 raffle tickets. Well, can you do the crash and burn? That's easier. Right. You know what? We miss Simon Woodhead here because Simon Woodhead is extremely quick at picking out winners. But he does have a habit of giving multiple prizes to the same person, which is a bit of a problem. Okay, have we got one?
2 of 3 were finished.
We've got two out of 3, and just one more. In fact, whilst we're waiting for that, Free Switch team, have you decided who wants to win, who will win the Free Switch prize? Michael, can you do that?
Yes.
Okay, so who has won the Free Switch prize?
7.
7 do.
For the most interesting use of Free Switch in any demonstration.
Okay, and what is the prize?
It's a phone headset. Headset.
So not a fire extinguisher?
No.
No. God, come on, judges. There's no pressure here at all. Okay, there's a lot of deliberation going on here. Like, come on, Rob, you're going to have to say a few words. Say why and then announce who it is.
Okay, so our most entertaining, probably the most entertaining demo that I've seen has got to be Mark Crane.
Without a doubt. So, Mark, where are you? I have to say, that was a truly inspired Dangerous demo. Absolutely brilliant. And the fact that you only put it together at the very last moment was even more brilliant. So there's your prize, and please put it in a place where everybody sees it. So well deserved. Thank you.
So I think the other category, the Swan, the 2600 hertz guys really impressed us with quite a complex demo in an environment where the cell service wasn't working. So you made that look totally effortless for the amount of work going on under the hood.
So, yeah, another well-deserved win. That was quite a complicated. Yeah, just give me mid-prize, he says. Yeah, but well done. That was a good one.
And the final one was the crash and burn, and that was quite hard because there weren't really any contestants who totally crashed and burnt here. But we quite liked the way the spammers crashed and burned in David's demo. So
so that's clever. So, David, you get a crash and burn, even though your demo worked, but it's well deserved. It was a really good demo. Right, there we are. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the Dangerous Demos for ClueCon 2018. We'll be back next year, I hope, and we'll see more exciting and possibly explosive demos then. So thank you very much.